There it is. There it goes. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Get out of that student union, folks. Put down your everything bagel. Put down your everything bagels. Put down your milk, your carton of milk. Just fold the lip back closed. It'll be fine.
Yes.
It'll only spill a little bit.
Uh-huh.
It's not great for, like keeping it cold, the cardboard, but you'll be all right. It'll travel. And
You
we
can
need you
move
to...
it out the cabin with it.
Yes, so you need to get up from your chair and then walk across the quad, across Salem University, here in Salem, where all the days of our lives happens.
Mm-hmm.
Walk across the quad, step on into the lecture hall, and join us for Days for Dummies. It's me, Matt. Hi, everybody.
Good morning, everybody. It's Kat.
Hey,
How y'all doing?
We've got lemon bars set up. All
Oh my
right.
gosh.
Maggie brought us some lemon bars. She dropped them off just for this class.
I'm wondering, does Maggie have only one recipe? It seems she's like a one lane with the dessert, huh?
Well, so what it is everybody loves the lemon bars, you see. And so she's already established over the 97 years that she's been in Salem. It's an exaggeration. She's not that old. But over the decades that she has been involved in Salem shenanigans,
Uh-huh.
they have a banquet, they have a party, they have a potluck, they have a something. And they're like, is she going to bring those lemon bars? Because that's all anybody expects. It's not about the casserole. It's not about the recipe for the turkey. Lemon bars.
Actually, it would be hilarious to me for either Kristen or EJ, because that's how they are, to do a eye roll at the lemon bars. It would be hilarious.
The lemon bars again? Come on, Julie. What's her name? Maggie. Maggie.
One lane, Maggie.
A one-lane Maggie, always bringing the lemon bars for comfort. Oh, I thought you might be having a tough time, so I brought you my world-famous lemon bars. And everybody actually hates them. They're just too nice to tell Maggie that they're bad.
Yeah, she'd been, and yeah.
And
Actually, funniest person to do that would be Philip, because he's just so full of facial antics.
Philip would be good at that. Philip would be good at the facial reaction of eating something that he doesn't enjoy. But the person who had the right thing to say would be Leo. No, Maggie, how long were these outside the fridge? These were made 3 weeks ago? Oh, so these must have been from last Thanksgiving. Hey, Jeannie. Hey, Michelle. Welcome to class. Come on in.
I think Maggie has frozen lemon bars in her freezer all the
She just
time
defrosts them.
for the pinch, right? For the pinch.
And then she's got she's got like congratulatory bars. She's got sympathy bars. She got all kinds of different tweaks to the recipe. That way, oh no, so and so died. Let me just go ahead and pull these out. We're gonna defrost them. Bring in Marlena. So sorry to hear about your loss. I don't know. I think John Black deserves fresh lemon bars.
I think he does too.
Oh gosh, but that's the person that's teetering on the precipice of death right now is John Black. We know that's coming. We know he's not going to win. It's very sad. But that's it. Nobody's dying right now. Everybody's trying to figure it out. Everybody's trying to figure out what's next for their lives. Johnny and Chanel, we can't have that baby. EJ, how am I going to get out of this one? Kristen, how am I going to get rid of EJ? JJ and Gabby, like, hey, how do we bone while I'm a cop and I'm busy?
Oh, and Gabby's like, Gabby Chic, oh my gosh, Tamara's in trouble. Oh, stocks and prices. Then it dawns on her, oh crap, my company's part of that.
Oh God. Oh no. Okay, I gotta separate. How do I buy myself out of Demira? Can I join Basic Black? Is there going to be a Basic Black Gabby Chic merger at some point? Hey, Laura. Laura's here now, Mama. Did you know that Laura showed up?
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully, Days of Our Lives was good enough for everybody. And if it wasn't, get over it. Watch it next week, and hopefully you like it more.
The closer the EJ gets the shot, right? Oh my gosh, isn't the list getting long of people that just can't stand his butt?
It is. It's getting long. It's super long. Everybody now is giving them, I'm going to get rid of you look. Even Paulina.
Yeah, let's kind of go through them. Let's try to think of how many.
Okay, all right. So like the first ones were like Gabby. because we gotta get the usual suspects out of the way, right?
Yes.
So we got like Gabby. She was the first. She showed up in the
Yeah.
in the Choi meeting with the like, you son of a gun.
Yep.
Because
Son of a bitch, where's my brother?
right, and so while we're following that, there's also Rafe.
Uh-huh.
So those two definitely. Javier. He hasn't made the list yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yet.
Yes, but those are his cousins he's concerned for.
Maybe he's quietly dark. Maybe the reason he moved to Salem is because he can't help killing.
Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something? Leo be like, well, I'm glad that I picked the right side. Let's see. Okay, so Gabby and Rafe, they're definitely on the list. And then Kate from last week, of course. Ava, of course, because she's been kidnapped. Then there's Kristen. Kristen has been just holding onto that gun now for weeks. Same with Ava. Let's see. We can't ever discount this one character. Crazy Connie.
Oh, well, yeah.
I think that she's just going to be on our culprit list for any murder going forward until the show proves to us that they're not bringing back Connie for a while. So Cockadoodie Connie, she's on the list. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's already 6 people, and then now we get into people who like want to stab him, like Johnny.
And Johnny looked at that bagel slicer how many times?
Too many times. I don't think a bagel slicer is going to be sharp enough. Like maybe if you go across with like a slash, but not for a stab.
No, it's not a stabbing knife.
No, it's a slasher. It's a carving knife. You gotta like
It's
use
got
it.
a serrated edge.
You gotta use it like a saw. It's a little involved. If he needs to get like Ava's hunting knife or something. If he really wants to use the blade form of harming somebody else.
That snowplow probably has a good slicer on it.
Just run him over with it. Just wait for winter and just run him over. Chanel has to make the list as well, especially since the adoption's not going through now. All because of that EJ.
Pretty much, it is because of that EJ. Well, you can't even say it's because of the timeliness of the article in the Invader, because that was going to be today or tomorrow anyway.
Yeah. The only way to stop that would have been Leo to not write it at all. So
No,
that's not going to happen. Let's see. So I mean, that's Kate. Kate. Oh, I wrote her down already because she was PO'd. I don't know. Who else? Lucas. Is Lucas going to show up and do it?
Well, Lucas is going to be. I have a feeling we're going to see him back on our screen soon.
I mean, he's a major player in the whole Johnny thing.
He is.
And if Sammy comes back, then that's even more, right?
I think Sammy's going to come back with some bombshell of some kind of news.
I'm pregnant. Johnny's not actually yours. I lied.
Exactly. Johnny's not actually yours.
That'll be good for Johnny.
It would be good for Johnny.
Because poor Johnny right now is like, oh, I shouldn't have ever existed.
Yes.
He
doesn't. It seems like he feels like his own existence is tainted now.
Yes, he feels as though he's a product of wrongness.
Yes, he's a product of pain and suffering.
Yes, and not he wasn't born right. He doesn't have the right genetics.
No.
He's just not a good person, not a good being out there in the world.
Not. And the only person that I see some kind of remorse from EJ, and he does it privately, and they showed it to us. He does it privately, but EJ seems to have the only remorse he has is Johnny, the fallout of Johnny, how Johnny feels about him. He doesn't seem to care what anybody else thinks.
Not so much. But yeah, Johnny's opinion is big. It's his kid. It's his son. It matters. He's still a Demira. There's that. He cares the most about what Johnny thinks. Also, too, from EJ's perspective, this thing has already been kind of resolved.
Yes.
Just from his POV.
And he told Johnny that too. because he says that Sammy actually forgave him.
Yeah, we forgave. She saw the best in me. She's forgiven me. I hope that you can too one day, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
So from EJ's perspective, this is something that he did, and he's shown regret. He's shown that he feels bad about it. Even before this whole confrontation thing, there was something that came up 2 months ago or something that was in this realm. Something that he did similarly. I think it might have been around the Arnold situation when it came to
It was around the
Sammy,
Arnold
where he's like,
situation.
"Well, you did the same thing that I did," or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then he
And
went into the hallway and had this little collapse moment as he was being, going through his motions of guilt.
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it harkens back to that original question that I had when we started this podcast, or, weeks into the podcast of, because EJ and Nicole were together.
They were.
And then Belle, recently coming in and falling under the spell of EJ. And my question had always been, but where's the good part? Where's the part that, like, makes you ignore all of this other crap? And I haven't quite seen it yet, but I see little glimpses, like other shows. You can see why somebody likes Sunny.
Sure.
You can see why. I don't really have that for EJ right now.
No, I don't either. I think I did a little bit when he was with Nicole. When, the first 6 months or so we were watching the show.
Mm-hmm.
He really had it seemed like he had some real sincere love for Nicole, but EJ just cannot help. He just can't make a good choice sometimes.
I guess, yeah.
Tempts him. Anything that tempts him, he will go down the wrong road.
Mm-hmm. Totally. So it's like he has patches of brightness where he's not doing the bad thing. And then once he starts to do the bad thing, boy, oh boy, does it get out of control.
Once someone thinks he's bad, he just dives into it too.
Yeah. Jeannie says that many of the Sammy and Lucas fans, hashtag Lumi fans out there.
Lumi is a deodorant now. You need to switch that up.
I guess it's kind of old. They always wanted Johnny to be Lucas's. For us to find out somehow, some way, that the tests were wrong, the assumptions were incorrect. And Johnny DeMira is indeed Johnny Evans or something.
Oh, so.
Or Horton, I don't know. Is Sammy a Horton or is Sammy an Evans? Is she a Black? What is Sammy's last name?
Well,
I know because there was Lucas Horton, and then she's Roman's kid, which would make her a Brady as well, and then she's also Marlena's kid, which makes her an Evans. But she was raised by John for a significant portion of time, which would kind of make her a Black. So what name did she pick?
Eric is her twin, right?
Yes, and he's a Brady.
And he's a Brady.
So let us know, folks. What was Samantha's last name? Was she Samantha Brady? Let us know.
Bet she was Brady. I betcha.
Probably. I mean, it would make the most sense.
It would. It wouldn't make sense for one to be called Brady and the other one not.
Unless she was like, no, I'm claiming Evansness. No, when I got married that one time, I've just kept the last name.
Maybe Sammy's the kind of person that she's just had a few last names.
She's like Erica Kane - Montgomery - Chandler - Cortland Brady, Sammy Brady. Sammy's a Brady, Sammy's a Brady, Sammy Brady, Samantha Brady.
Okay, Samantha and Eric Brady.
Not Jan, not Marcia, not Cindy, but Samantha.
Mm-hmm.
Samantha Brady.
Brady. I like it.
And then in the chat here, Michelle says, I heard a rumor twice. So if you hear it one more time, Michelle, it might be true. That it's little Rachel who's going to wind up shooting EJ. Pulling a Simpsons is what I call that. Because somebody shot Mr. Burns. I don't know if you remember Mr. Burns, but he was the old guy that owned the nuclear. Ooh, excellent. That guy.
Yes, I know who that. Yeah, and a big old wart on his head. Yeah.
Just very bald, and he had the liver spots. Absolutely.
Yep.
So, Mr. Burns. They after they shot JR over on that one show, Dallas or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Simpsons said, well, who shot Montgomery Burns?
Oh.
And as it turns out. Yeah, it's been on for a long time. But as it turns out, and this is the spoiler alert, everybody, for a show that's 35 years old. It turns out that Maggie Simpson did it, the baby.
Was it an accident?
I don't remember if they made it an accident or if they gave Maggie awareness in that moment. I can't recall. But as it
Because
turned,
I could see little Rachel purposely shooting
and
EJ.
then we get the recast. Oh, Jeannie says, "Let's hope not. Rachel has enough problems, but shooting."
Yeah,
And then,
they got a warm bed for her right next to Connie.
and then also at the same time, we can also say that these shows inspire each other sometimes. Because if it turns out that it's Rachel that shoots EJ, we can assume that this was written and then filmed at around the same time that Anna shot Charlotte on General Hospital.
Because they're filming so far ahead.
They're like,
My
well,
God,
well,
they're
that
similar.
other that show did an adult shooting a teenager. What if we had a preteen shoot an adult?
Why not? Why not?
Why not? Why not? Why not? I'll do it. I'll write it. You guys are
Yeah.
too scared, Days of Our Lives? You're too scared to write that? Call me, all right? 10th4gh at gmail.com. Send me an email, and I'll call you, and I'll say, you know what? Tell me. Give me the breakdown, and I'll turn it into a script, Days of Our Lives.
I know you would too,
I
man.
would. I would,
No,
and
you
it'd be good. I don't know. It might not be very good, but, I'd like to think it would be good. Sammy saw the best in me and forgave me, my boy.
Well, he doesn't. He loves to call him son, and I think Johnny told him like 3 times in one episode
Stop calling
not to
me
call him son.
Stop calling me son. I'm not
I'm
your son. I'm
not your
Johnny. I'm Johnny Black.
When he
Ooh,
changes.
that'd be nice. That'd be
Yeah.
nice. Because he's like, you know what? I don't know, because he's got a bit of a relationship with Roman. I don't. Josh Taylor, are you unable to be on more? Because if that's the case, then cool. Like, I get it. Everybody reaches a certain time in which it's hard to get out of bed. But if you are able, can you talk to them about writing more Roman? Because I'm at a point where I'm ready. I'm ready for Roman.
You ready for Owen?
I'm ready for Roman.
You know what? He might fall out of enchantment with his Kate. She's kind of being bad lately.
She is, but we have none of his perspective.
Nope, we
We,
don't.
we don't know, because maybe he likes it. I don't know how they came together. Was she being bad while Roman fell in love with her? Because maybe that's the type of Kate he likes.
Maybe
don't
he likes
know.
to educate, huh?
Yeah, the one's like, ooh, what you been up to,
Not
Kate?
educate, but educate.
Well, an educated Kate is what he wants. A very smart, whip-smart woman who's capable of anything. But yeah, I'm ready for more Roman, because he's like this legend of a character, but I feel like he was a legend of a character in the 70s and 80s and really hasn't been since. And so,
Well, if they want to, as fair like legacy characters, I don't know. I don't know that Roman can fill John's shoes. I don't know that. I don't
I
think he
think-
could in the past. I don't think he can in the future. I don't think so.
Well, I think what Days of Our Lives ran into is a smidgen of a problem of having such great, classic, well-known, long-time characters in people like John and Stefano and Victor, and we talked about it a little bit before. And when you lose these folks and you don't have anybody else that's pulling the same weight and having the same gravitas, then you got these Stefano-shaped holes and these Victor-shaped holes and these John Black-shaped holes that are really difficult to fill and have been a part of the DNA and the blueprint and the makeup of the show for so long. You got some people, Kristen and EJ, they sort of step up as when it comes to villainy.
Well, I think both of them are a pretty good replacement for that dude in the photo over the fireplace.
They're pretty good. Like
They're
but
pretty good.
also at the same time,
They're pretty good.
The Demira family has had the most time to kind of redevelop their dynamic and introduce a person or two, or kill off an Andre or whatever it might be, to kind of rejig that family. But the Kyriakises don't. Like, I could see who's the quote unquote new Victor.
Okay.
Is it
This is
Philip?
Well, when it comes to antics and like a little comedy, yeah, it is Philip.
Like you can see how Victor was his dad.
Yes, even though I don't have any big history of watching Victor in action all that much. Just,
He was a
little,
light-hearted, irreverent villain.
yes, he wasn't as "Mm,"
No, yeah. So Stefano was the "I'm going to blow up the world, oh Brady."
right?
He was that kind of guy, and then Victor was very much like, "Haha, you think you're powerful? Haha,
Yeah.
I've taken all your money. Haha."
Yes.
So
Yes.
so I can
Yes. Yes. More like Philip, actually.
right, I could see Philip kind of, filling in a little bit of a Victor void there. Xander, not so much. Xander's complicated. He came in as the worst of the worst, right? But over the course of us watching, or at least the course of you watching, not us, he's let go of his troubled past. He's evolved as a person. He's emerged as a good man. And I guess that's the story that we've been
That's
watching, was his emergence as a good man. His
Yep.
love for
Yep.
Sarah. His fathership
Yeah.
of Victoria. All
Yeah,
of that.
Victoria and Sarah has made him want to be his best self.
Right.
And I think when all of this finally blows up, I think Xander is gonna just deep dive into his old crap.
I'm curious too, because the comedy stylings of the Kyriakai recently, Corinthi over on General Hospital and the Kyriakai here on Days of Our Lives. The comedy stylings of their Three's Company style misunderstanding. Okay, I don't know how much you caught. I don't know how much you were vacuuming while it was going on or anything, but people think that Alex is being cheated on. Stephanie is really with Philip. Xander thinks he knows the whole thing. Philip gets wrapped into this to a point where he's just like, okay, I'll end it, because like nobody's listening.
Ridiculous Three's Company kind of
Right,
thing.
like people are falling down the back of the couch. We got Mr. Roper coming in being like, "Woo," um, he falls down of a heart attack. Mr. Furley pulls him out. Like all kinds of different crazy stuff happening while
Yeah.
all that's going down. just Three's Company misunderstandings galore. Good
Yeah.
stuff. Great facials. Great reactions. Just all kinds of good stuff. Right, sincerely, good stuff from it.
There's no way that secret can stay hidden too much longer because doggone too many people know.
Everybody knows except for Xander.
Yeah.
Everybody.
And
And then,
Maggie.
but then,
Remember Maggie?
but what's fun about it is we had the tension of, I'm just gonna get into nerd mode here for a second here, folks. So strap on in and get your notebooks out as we cover how to plot a soap, how to get an emotional beat out of your audience. We started off with the tension. Xander and Philip don't get along. They don't really see eye to eye. They're sort of forced into this thing. Kate's pushing it along. Hey, don't mess this up, Philip. They have tension. Then they have the breakthrough. They start to feel like brothers. They're working well together. As it turns out, they're compatible when it comes to business. Oh my God, we're making all this stuff happen. We're getting all excited. Things are good.
I'm about to turn Demare on his head.
Exactly. We're gonna take Titan and we're gonna steamroll right over Demira. While Demira on the other side is like, how do we take over Titan? Right? That's what Kristen was
Right.
up to for a minute before she got distracted by all the Rachel stuff.
Yep. Yep.
So all of that. So then we get into fun. We get into family dynamics. We get into goofy moments. We get into misunderstandings. We get into sibling. And that's what we're getting. We're getting sibling misunderstanding. Well, I'm going to prevent you from doing the wrong thing. Hey, let me try to guide you into making the right choice in this weird, fun way. So we have all of this goodwill now earned by the audience. All of this enjoyment, seeing these two guys together, having fun, watching them be brothers. And then that rug is going to be pulled out.
Bonding. Bonding.
They're going to pull that rug out from Xander. And it becomes less of his explosive, deathly reaction at this point, because it's not, oh, I've been singularly betrayed by this one guy who's trying to take from me. Now everybody knew, and nobody gave me a chance to prove to you that I'm better than you think.
Right.
You
You
didn't
had
even-
no faith in me, Sarah.
Sarah, you had no faith in me. Yes, it's gonna be great because he gets angry in his Scottish way, and when he does get mad, I want him to be wearing a kilt and no shirt. Just brogue it up.
Yes.
That's what I want. That's
Yeah.
what I want. What about you, Jeannie? Is that what you want, Laura, Michelle? Who else wants that? Come on,
You
join the
want me to
party.
know what was what's the character's what's the Mel Gibson movie, the Scottish dude?
Braveheart.
Yes. You wanted to go all
Freedom.
Braveheart, huh? You wanted to go all
Freedom.
Braveheart?
Sarah, how could you do this to me, Sarah? What would
Oh,
Victoria think about your lying?
oh my gosh.
Victoria
Yeah.
can't speak. Where is
Victoria?
Victoria anyway?
I left her in the closet upstairs. It's her comfort place, Sarah. You know this.
Oh, he's looking back as a hatter, that's for sure.
Oh, so folks in the chat, let me know who do you think is rising in these families? You know, nobody is gonna be Victor, and nobody is gonna be Stefano, and nobody is gonna be John Black. But who's close? Who are you? Who do you think is pulling the strings, much like their parents did? And I don't know if we're ever gonna get another John Black, man. That's gonna be so much work.
We're not going to get another John Black either. And I don't think we're going to get a really, I don't think we're ever going to get like a really, really good love story for Marlena ever. I can't imagine it.
I want her remaining love story to be like the love story of her and her family. You know, how she's there for her kids and grandkids, and you know, if we could. I mean, I know. Sure, Matt. Why not? Thanks, Laura. I want to know. I know that Sammy Brady is so tied into Allison Sweeney, right? That's the actress's name.
Yeah.
Like if you have Sammy on there, and if it's not Allison Sweeney, then people are gonna be like, well, why are you doing Sammy?
Right.
Right.
I would imagine, and I'm not a, 20-year, 40-year fan of Days of Our Lives, but I would even feel that way.
But she's the big star of those Lifetime, like, Baker Time mystery movies, right? Like, where she's a baker, and then she's also, like, helping the cop figure out how to solve crimes, because that's also a skill she has in baking. Like, something about a recipe, something about, oh, the murderer always does chocolate chip cookies this way. Your typical Lifetime nonsense, right? That's what she's doing right
Yes,
now.
I'm not a Lifetime fan. I don't watch those movies.
Well, maybe you need to catch yourself a little Baker Time mystery. That's not what they're called. I know they're not called the Baker Time mysteries, and that might even be Cameron Matheson's Lifetime thing for all I know. I just don't know.
They're not really.
Oh gosh, she's on Lifetime or Oxygen or whatever, one of those channels. Being the Lori Loughlin of our generation.
Well, sure, and there's lots of soap. There's lots of soap actors that are over on those networks making those movies. Tons of them.
Cameron Matheson did a crap ton of those. I guess he just doesn't have time anymore.
Yeah,
Because he's doing General Hospital, and now he's doing a game show as well.
yeah, yeah. He's always on the TV. There was that little stint where he was on Good Morning America for a while.
Hey everybody, it's me, Cameron Matheson. Come on in. We're gonna do a game show. It's called Card Sharks. Goodness. Brady will become like John, suggests Michelle. Is he gonna ditch his basic black and join the ISA? We can get a Dougie 3. I see Dougie 3 getting a little adventurous.
Dougie 3 after he's redeemed, I guess, huh?
I mean, I don't think that he necessarily needs a redemption, because he didn't come in bad. He just came in and made a bad choice.
Yes.
Like the redemption necessarily isn't in, can Dougie 3 change and become a better man? But the tension is more, can he maintain the place that he earned in Julie's life?
Right.
Because he became her best friend, and her new Doug, and her coping mechanism, and her way to remember her man, and a way to kind of open up the door to the future and still like have a connection to Doug. Like, he represented a lot to Julie.
Did.
And so I think that the tension is, can he, because he clearly has a heart for Julie, he clearly loves her.
Yes, he does.
He fell in love with the Horton family right away.
He did. He
Or
did.
the Williamses, or whatever it is you want to call them.
I remember even when he stole the necklace, he even felt bad about it at the time, even though he didn't feel the same way about the people yet like he does now.
Right. It was kind of a crime of opportunity, of circumstance, of just poor decision making
Well,
with
he
people
didn't
that he
make
didn't really know.
He was afraid those folks were going to beat him to death, not just beat the tar out of him, but beat him to death.
Michelle says that Dougie 3 is just like his grandfather. And I gotta say, Michelle, I'm really happy that you called him Dougie 3. I do. I gotta say that. Poor Julie was so devastated, says Laura. And
Yes.
it's good stuff for Susan Seaforth Hayes. Like when has Susan had the opportunity to play something like with emotion, other than hey, we're dancing with Dick Van Dyke. Oh hey, look at me, I'm Julie. Hi everybody. You know what I'm saying. Something with
Yes,
some teeth.
I do.
Something with some teeth. And as an older actress and somebody who's been contributing to Days of Our Lives for so long, I would think that it's got to be nice.
I would think so too.
You know.
Let a little less fluff, a little more grit.
Yeah, a little bit of grit
Right
in
now.
there, a little bit of pain, a little bit of, just layered, nuanced performing. Taking this
Yes.
history and this hope, mashing them together to give myself a reaction in this scene. It's fun. It's fun. It's
I actually am kind of pulling a little bit for Holly and Dougie 3.
right. See, I jumped on that train earlier, probably because I just saw the tunnel that we were heading to before. Way, 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 way ahead. Because soaps are easy.
I am kind of leaning on the Dougie 3 and Holly train. And I think that Sophia and Tate are going to get back together.
But they are, and I just want Tate to move away. I'm not into him. I'm still not into him.
You're still not
I'm
into him.
happy that he is the problem. Because good God, this man is just delusional at this point. Because he's like, oh yeah, I'm totally maintaining a positive relationship with my baby mama. Probably a little too close. We're not like hugging and kissing or doing anything like that, but our hearts are a little too close. And he just has no sense because he's like, oh, you're gonna break up with me over Doug, and she's just like, does the name Sophia mean anything to you,
Right.
Tate?
Right. Right.
You're
He
literally having a baby with somebody else. So yeah, I'm breaking up with you over this necklace.
Tate has no place being indignant about a dang thing.
No, and then he's just like, over Doug? Like, Tate, who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Who do you think you are? See, blonde Tate wouldn't have thought like this. And that's why I don't like the new Tate, because blonde Tate would have been like, oh my God, my mistakes, I'm so sorry. And I would have believed him. This Doug, this Doug they cast because you can't trust him. I saw a clip of this man, this Leo Howard.
Tate.
This
I
Leo
figured-
Howard. I saw a clip of him on Twitter and I shared it with anybody who wants to follow us at 10th Floor GH on Twitter. And it's him in a movie. And he's in the movie with, like, I don't know, who is it? I don't want to say Lucy Liu because then that might tread into, like, every Asian actress is Lucy Liu. Because that's not the case. But it could have actually been her. I just can't remember who it is. But it's an older lady. She like somebody who would have adult children.
Oh, so you saw a clip of a movie that he was in.
Yes, Leo Howard. He was in, and he playing opposite of this lady. She was rich, she was older, she obviously had kids and money, and he was a gardener or some nonsense. And they were stupid.
Ooh.
And I'm like, man, Leo, dude, come on. Doesn't matter what you do. You're always Tate.
Oh, that reminds me of the beginning of
Desperate Housewives, right?
Yes.
Yes. I don't know what movie that was, and I could get his co-star wrong, so please forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I watched this clip and I'm like, man, this guy doesn't change. Doesn't matter where you're at, Tate.
Was it an older clip? Was it some time ago?
They look to be what they look like now, so it might have been just before he joined Days or something. I don't know.
how old Leo is.
Leo Howard?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll find out right now, though.
We saw him when we went and saw the Day Players. We saw him. He
Yeah.
was there. He looks.
He's almost 30, Ma. He's 27.
I thought so. He's married, and he married the young woman. I don't recall her name, but he's married to the young woman that played Sloane for a minute.
Yes.
He came in and
Yes.
played Sloane for 3 or 4 episodes.
Yes, I remember because you saw her and you're like, oh my God, that's Sloane. And I'm like, it is? And you're like, yeah, for 3 days. And I'm like, oh yeah.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
not Sloane. I know what Sloane looks like.
But she's a good. She was a good person to come in for 3 or 4 days and play
Okay.
Sloane.
Okay.
Some-
All right. So I mean, this guy's done a couple of movies.
Mm-hmm.
He did a GI Joe movie.
Okay.
He did, I guess, an X-Men movie or something like a million years ago. He did a Conan the Barbarian, the remake, and he's been on a lot of TV shows. Days of Our Lives, Legacies, Why Women Kill, Santa Clarita Diet, a bunch of Nickelodeon and Disney stuff.
Oh, so he'd been working for a while.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can understand, I guess, why they cast him. He's got experience. He's handsome, I guess. He's distinctive looking, that's for sure.
Yes.
You take a look at his face, and you're like, oh yeah, that's Tate from Days of Our Lives. There's no doubt about it. He doesn't look like anybody else.
Yeah, you're right.
So, whatever. I'm just not sold. And it's not because of Leo Howard. It's because I don't like Tate.
You know, and there are lots of characters, at different degrees that you're not supposed to like them.
No, and I think that we're really finding our footing now when it comes to how Leo. I keep on wanting to call him a Leo right now, but how Tate's been reacting and how he thinks he's kind of owed Holly and also the pregnancy at the same time. Like there's an arrogance that's really starting to form in Tate.
I agree.
You know.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that yet. But yeah, you're right. There is an arrogance that, you're supposed to accept all my faults, but you're supposed to
You're supposed to have none of your own.
yeah, you're supposed to have none of your own. And if
then,
you do some, you should be like swallowing at my feet.
Well, I mean, he also kind of threw it like Tate was like he made it clear that he did not like Doug's presence in Holly's life. He was clear that he thought that Doug was bad for them, like he was bad for their lives, like he was pushing them down a path that they shouldn't be going, and all of this nonsense. And my note on that, I was taking little notes as I do, and then I write down Tate doesn't. Here's my exact word for word. Tate doesn't like Doug's trouble. Because and then after that I wrote, is babies and drugs better? because Holly, when they got together, it needed rehab.
Yeah.
Like she went to detox after they met.
Yeah.
And then he in 1 second he made a baby.
Yeah, he did.
They had a little hiccup and then he went and made a baby.
Yeah, he did.
They did mention Aaron this week, though, so I wonder if Aaron really is that baby daddy.
Maybe.
Because Aaron's not going to college, Aaron Green.
He's not going to college.
No. I know that when Kat and Chad are on the screen together, people like go and make a sandwich. But they were on screen together. And here we go, Ma. Here we go. All right? They don't know what to do with Kat. It has been proven, and I know why it's been proven. You ready for me to tell you why it's been proven? They don't know what they're doing with Kat.
Okay, why?
She likes sports. What a cliche.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
What's next? She's going to eat herself a giant greasy hamburger and be like, I just run a lot.
Yeah.
No,
Colossal dog.
She
was
exactly.
hot dogs that day.
Exactly. You know that, oh, we don't really know what to do, but we want to make her interesting to our male lead. Well, why don't we just make her into sports and brews? That's what they can bond over. What a surprise. It's not a surprise in 2025, okay? The chick who likes sports is overplayed. Come up with something new.
And Days of Our Lives, too, anytime that they're going down a sports alley now, it is baseball. Period. It's baseball.
Well, so, that only works if she, puts on a hoagie hat or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or she was going to go get a hoagie.
Yeah.
They'd be like, what? No, a giant sandwich, a Subway sandwich, a hoagie. That's where I'm from. I'm from New Jersey, where we called them hoagies, all right? Oh, I have my cousin's wife's sister does band bookings. So they don't know what to do with her, so now she's the chick who likes sports, so Chad can like her, so they can have a little moment of you know what a home run is? Wow, I like you so much. What hot dogs? Mustard all over my shirt. Well, I'm not going to take my shirt off to go wash it. That's for later. I'm going to go home now. They don't have a character there. They have a lady. They have a woman. They have a placeholder. They have Chad's interest.
Well, isn't Abigail really going to come back anyway?
Not if Chad's on his way out.
Well, or Chad's maybe a recast.
He might be a recast. There's no reason why they couldn't recast if that's the direction they want to go in. But here's the risk of that, though. You can't have the same Abigail, and now you're going to have a different Chad. will those two actors spark like the original ones did? The two characters coming together is one thing. Like, that has to be believable in some way, like Jason and Anna over on General Hospital. It just doesn't feel like they would fall for each other, so you're really not with it. It doesn't matter the skill of the actors, those characters aren't in the right place. That's one half of it.
It's not going down that road.
Exactly. So there's one half of it, which is, do these characters make sense together? But that's not even half, that's 25%. The rest of it is made up by the actors' chemistry. How much do we like it? How much do we feel it? How well are they convincing us that what's on the page is legit?
Yeah.
And so if you run a big risk if you recast a popular couple in full.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they can't do it.
Doesn't mean they can't do
Doesn't mean they can't do it. Doesn't mean they can't try. And it's very clear to me that Days of Our Lives is prioritizing what is happening now over what had happened before. Not in their choices don't make sense. Not in there's no commonality. There's no theme. There's no through line. But the focus is very much on our younger cast members.
Currently, yes.
Very much on it. And I think that's purposeful. I think that's because they're on Peacock. I think it's because they're doing strongly on Peacock, and I think that they are I don't know if they I'm not there. I've never had the conversation.
Right.
But I feel like they're banking on the longevity of the show being from these younger viewers who are into the younger cast members, the younger stories that they can relate to, that these are my characters. Roman's great. John's great. I didn't watch them. I wasn't born. I was born in 2006. I wasn't, but they were. I'm into Alex. I'm into Stephanie. I'm into Javi and Leo. I'm into all these things that the older audience is kind of rejecting. But this is what I'm watching for.
Right.
I think that's what they're doing. I think it. I don't know it, but I think it.
I actually think Javi and Leo are cute.
I think that they are the cutest thing that Leo's been doing since I've watched.
Even more than Dimitri.
I didn't find him to be cutesy with Dimitri. I found them to be highly entertaining.
Okay.
But they were highly entertained because they had such exaggerated things going on in their lives. They were always living on the edge of emotions. We got to hide this from Gwen. We got to stay in front of the money. We still got to get your money, but we're still really in love. And then we got to figure out why we're in Greenland. Oh, Madonna. Like, it was just always extreme. It was on the extremes of emotion.
Yeah.
And it was
always
good.
chaotic.
Yes, it was good. It was entertaining. It was fun. But we didn't ever really had any dip time because they didn't keep Dimitri around there for that long. So it was always extreme, extreme, extreme. We never really got the quiet, oh, this is my romantic table. Gabby, get the hell out.
Yeah, I thought that. I liked it. I liked it.
You know, they think, oh, JJ, he's so sweet. Oh, JJ, he's so wonderful. Oh, this was Leo? Well, all of that wonderful stuff I was saying about JJ, I was actually saying about Leo, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that I thought Leo did a nice thing.
Very much.
I'm choosing to hate this man. Oh, Janie's not a fan of the teen stories, but I think that they're starting to get there now that it's not just the Tate and Holly show. And I like Sophia. I've liked Sophia for weeks. I've really enjoyed Sophia since the recast. I think they've just done really good. Honestly, if I was producing the show, I would see that person as someone that I want to keep around to see what else we can get from this character beyond the baby. Because I think there's something there. I just do. I don't know what it is, but I think there's something there. I even like her mom, Amy Choi, right? Amy. I even like her mom.
I'm not digging the mom too much.
You don't, well, I mean, so when I say I like the mom, it's not like, oh, I support her choices and I think she's right. I enjoy her presence in the show. I think that she's a good foil for things. And I find her consistency to be believable as well.
Oh yeah. I think you can find yourself an Amy Choi real easy out there in society.
Because she's like, okay, well, I'm not totally sold on this adoption thing, but I can see how it could make sense. But I'm also going to make sure that since it makes sense, it's going to make the most sense possible.
Yeah, I Pauline, I love Pauline and all this, and she at the end of it, she's like, damn that PJ.
Yes. Ruining my baby's lives.
Yep.
Man, terrible person. Terrible person. Holly and Tate did not survive the week, Ma. I know we've been talking about them a lot, but they were pretty heavy this week. There was a
They
lot of
were
them.
very this week. Yes, I think about but
I think that
aren't they?
I think they're done. I think at this point, Holly is finished with it, and I've enjoyed Holly's
I
arc
think so.
because I started off with this with their relate. Now that it's over, we can reflect on the whole thing. I started off their
Hmm.
relationship being more on Tate's side than Holly's. I
Hmm.
don't, and then it changed. The actor changed.
And
Like
then
that's the moment for me. That's the actor changed. I don't know if the writing changed, the intent changed. I don't know if there was any sort of subsequent alteration in
hmm
there other than the actor. But as soon as that
hmm
happened, it flipped. I was no longer on Leo's side, and I was hoping that Leo, look at me. I was no longer on Tate's side, and I
right.
was fully on like the Holly train. Like
Well, when we first started watching Holly and Tate, that was around the same time that Holly accidentally OD'd, right?
yeah,
And so no, she was always holding Tate to a level of responsibility and stuff that she didn't own herself, not even
yeah,
close.
yeah.
Close.
And then she
Not
had
close.
her arc, and she
That
had
has
her,
flipped.
yeah, she had her arc. She dealt with Eric. She had her Daniel Jonas stuff. I think that the character of Holly got kind of like caught up in the whirlwind of the Ari Zucker departure.
Yeah,
Like, well, she's the daughter, and she had been living, and there was a connection, and now both Eric and Nicole are gone, but we want to keep Holly. Now what do we do? Now she's off in Paris. Now there's this, oh crap, Drake is real sick, so hey, can you call Greg Vaughn to come back and kind of fill this gap while we figure it out? Okay, here's an opportunity to kind of give some closure to Holly, I guess. Like
yeah,
there was a rough patch for the Holly
right.
character during the whole Ari Zucker stuff.
Yep.
And now that we're on the other side of that, again, clarity of focus, knowing what you want to do with a character, knowing who they are in their core, and what's next, and then after that for them is just really important
Hmm.
to have that through line, to have that consistency. And they've achieved it, and I like it, and I'm a dork, but you guys love it. That's why you watch. Oh my gosh, my Rafe was not on all week. No, he's busy cleaning and loading his gun, Jeannie.
Mm,
He's busy, or maybe he'll just strangle the man.
I tell you, I tell you.
Or Rafe goes down and it was really Arnold.
Well, maybe wouldn't it be funny if they find that EJ has put the original Rachel Blake and Arnold together and holding them in the same spot?
I didn't take them far, you see. I tied them to a chair and put them in aramid. Uh, I figured they'd be comfortable there.
I'll tell you why wouldn't Kristen go back out there and do like a real tone tooth, look for her mom. She could very well be right back out there.
She could be. I doubt she is. I bet Rita's a lot smarter than that. 'Cause, Rita was responsible for booking these. Jeannie, no, no, he's gonna do it, Jeannie. He's gonna do it. He's gonna go to jail for it. He's gonna be prison garb Rafe. All right. The next 6 months, you see Rafe. He's gonna be wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Well, him and Jada are going to figure it out together. They will.
And then she's gonna be like, Rafe, now that we shot EJ, I've got something to tell you, Rafe. Sean Douglas. Yeah,
Oh
we
God.
did it. We did it. Brandon Beamer. I don't know. So usually, I don't even want to say usually, but yeah, usually. Usually there's a little bit more than Days of Our Lives covers in their week than they did this week.
Yeah, they didn't do a lot of bouncing
They
around, did
didn't
they?
do. I mean, I can't say that they bounce around because that's one of her big comments about Days is that they don't. But this
Hmm.
was the most like narrowly focused week I think we've had since watching the show because it was very much the end of Doug or the end of I can't get his name right all morning long, mother.
Aiden Holly.
It
I'd
was very
forgotten
much it was very much the week of the ending of that relationship. The tension with the necklace, the back and forth, Holly taking Doug's side, Tate calling Julie, having all of that come to a head, and then the relationship between Tate and Holly ending dominated.
I think that Sophia and Tate will get back together, and I think Sophia is very close to falling in love with her baby.
She probably is.
Very close to falling in love with her baby because they don't when they refer to the baby, they some of the times refer to it as a baby, and sometimes they refer to it as almost the problem.
So we'll have to see now that he's not going to have a Holly distraction anymore. We'll see what changes there, because
Right.
with the growing arrogance of Tate Black, maybe without Holly he'll be a little more ready to claim his new little family.
Yeah, and he might, and after I could see this happening. After it's revealed that Grandpa is no longer with us, he might value life in a different way.
Maybe, maybe. See, we can't have another John though, because we already got Johnny, and he was named after John Black. So we can't have another John, can we?
No,
No, we
no.
can't. No, no, we can't. Call him Jack. Jack Black? Huh? 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 Anybody? Nobody? Nobody? Oh, John Black and Jack Black are the same name, by the way. Just
Yeah,
so
they
you
are.
know. Just so you know. Just so you know. We still have John Black still very much alive, and he sings music. Rah! I'm a spaz. And he doesn't have to be.
Jack Black.
So there's this movie called Mars Attacks. I don't know if you guys remember it from like 1996 or something. It's a star-studded cast. It's a movie done by Tim Burton. It's got Michael J. Fox and Sarah Jessica Parker and Pierce Brosnan and Jack Nicholson. Tom Jones is in it.
Is the little dudes with the bubbles?
Yeah, the big bubble aliens with the big
The
exposed
music at
brain,
the end?
and then the spoiler alert for a movie that's 35 years old. They end it because they play some like yodeling or something, and it makes the
Yeah.
aliens' brains explode. And it's a fun, goofy, stupid comedy, which is
I've seen it more
just
than once. Your dad likes it.
it was on YouTube the other day, and we just let it play and just had a great time. I don't even remember what my point was, but you made me think of it. I don't remember, but whatever my point was, folks, it was good and it was funny. It was entertaining. I just don't remember why I brought up
Mine
Martin.
wasn't either.
I don't know either. Something about an actor doing something. I'm sure. What was the lead up? See, the podcasting is hard, folks, because you talk and you're also half not paying attention to what you say at the same time.
Exactly.
Because there's a
It's
lot
like,
going
what did I
on.
just say? I don't know what I
say. I
said.
don't know. It's a stream of consciousness. Absolutely. Anyway, so it's a great movie. It's super fun. Go check it out. And if you watch it and at the end of it, you're like, oh, so that's what Matt was trying to refer to. Then you're better than me. Let me tell you that. Oh no, I'm really curious as to what point I was
What
trying
you
to
said
make.
earlier, what you said off air,
Yeah.
maybe you said about Marlena. You said that Marlena knows in her heart.
Oh yes.
Actually, she knows in her conscience. She knows in her heart, even though she doesn't spoken out loud. She knows in her heart that the news is not going to be good because if John was alive, she wouldn't.
It's
Things wouldn't seem so dismal to her.
it's a soap thing. You know, somebody goes missing, and then the character's like, well, if something happened to so and so, I would know. I would feel it.
Yes, I would feel it.
I would feel it. Right? They say it all the time on soap operas,
Yeah, they do.
and I feel as though, and I'm not back there, but this is my interpretation. I get this sense, this feeling that Marlena knows.
She's dreading what she feels in her heart.
But she's just trying to convince herself that this is not the case.
Right?
Her out there begging John to reach out to her is because she knows he's not gonna. And she's just like, come, let me be wrong.
Yes, please let
All of those other times somebody said that you were gone and I knew that you weren't, they were wrong. Let me be wrong this time. And I feel like that's what Marlena is going through. This has felt like a different silence than any other silence I've gotten from John in the past.
exactly. And everyone's evasiveness has just proven that to her.
Especially freaking Shaughnessy's, right?
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
Marlena, you have to understand this is classified information. The only thing I can tell you is Estonia. Go
Right.
there. Go to Estonia. Don't go there. Don't go there. Go there. Don't go there, please. So I don't know what it's leading up to. I'm still
And now
hoping
they
for
got
Days of Our
Paul
Lives
and,
Adventure.
and Paul and Andrew have shown up too.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have the black kids.
Yeah.
You know.
Brady got to run out there now.
Well, I mean they're telling him not to, but he's gonna eventually, right?
I think he's gonna.
Can we do that? Can we just get all of the kids? I think that would be fun. I want a big group.
You even want Belle? You want even want Belle and Sammy over there?
Why not? I think it's deserving of a group adventure.
Now, out of all those kids, the ones that are naturally his are Belle, Paul, and Brady.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I even want you to stick Dick Van Dyke out there.
Well,
Hey guys, what's going on? Oh, we're gonna go find my son.
he might make a cameo later. I don't think he's going to be in Estonia.
No, you might show up to the funeral though and be like,
I've got just one thing to say about my kid, but I can't say it with my voice. I'm gonna say it with my feet.
A little soft shoe.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. You don't remember it, boy. But we used to do this when you were 2. Oh, goodness. I guess the last thing to cover, and we can't cover it in depth because we didn't watch it, the original, but the old man that showed up at the end, his name is Orpheus, Mother.
Right.
And he is, from my understanding, I did a wee bit of research before the podcast, so lucky you. Apparently, he is considered by the fandom to be, while short-lived, the most dangerous person that Marlena had ever stepped up against.
Oh, and there he was waiting for her in her hotel room.
More than, like, Stefano was a problem consistently, but not at the level of Orpheus. Apparently, Orpheus, while not this decades-long character, was extremely impactful in Marlena's journey. Played a big role in whatever it is that went on between them. I believe his original tie is to Roman.
Oh.
But during the John Black as Roman era, a lot of that Roman stuff got transferred to John.
Uh-huh.
Because of the fact that John is kind of a better Roman. He picked up Roman's kid. He picked up Roman's wife. He's picked up Roman's enemies. He's picked up a lot of stuff from Roman when they all thought that he was Roman. And since he's John Black, they either started to hate John Black too, or fell in love with John Black too.
Oh. Okay.
I think that's how it went down. Let me know if I'm wrong in the chat, please, or in the comments below.
Well, Orpheus, I get the impression that Orpheus has always been a bad.
He's been a bad dude.
Not a misunderstood dude,
No.
Just a bad dude.
Bad dude.
And probably crazy like a Dr. Roth, too.
Yeah, so the little bit that I saw was, I guess John or Roman or John Roman or Rojan or whatever it is, was responsible for something that happened to one of Orpheus's loved ones. A wife, a daughter, or something. A Constantine-like situation, right? And his method of revenge was to take something away from John, which was Marlena. So there was this clip that I saw. Apparently it was big and just a moment that soaps were able to hit before. Where Marlena is running to John after Orpheus lets her go or something, right? You know, he had her and he let her go. Go back to your man, right? She's running across the parking lot to go back to her John. And this is when he was big-haired romance novel John, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so she's running across the thing, and then kaplowy, boom. John thinks, oh my God, this horrible human being just shot my Marlena right in front of me. Turns out it was a trank dart or something, and she's fine, and it was just him being like, that's just a taste of what you did to me.
This is what I could have done.
This is what I could have done. This is what I should have done, and now you know that I would. And so it was
Yeah.
just a moment, right? And
Yeah.
that's the only thing that I know about Orpheus beyond big problem, trank dart to the back.
Mm-hmm.
But it's enough for everybody to remember and enough for everybody to kind of go, oh, shoot, Orpheus,
Well,
huh?
you know what? This is what I say. If John Black has to die, so does Orpheus. Orpheus got to die
Yes.
now, too.
Yes. Okay, Michelle says that Roman killed Orpheus's wife.
Ooh.
So, back then, when John was Roman,
So it was a
I'm going to
tit
take
tat
yours.
kind of
Yeah,
thing.
look what I could do.
Yes.
Look what I could do.
You
Obviously,
take
he
my
wasn't
love, I
successful.
will take yours.
I mean, unless he was successful, and that was Marlena's departure for a couple of years before she comes back on the docks alive. Is that how it went down, chat? Let me know, because I know the big reunion on the docks is a big thing where
I saw that. It was-
where they do the shoe tracing until it's like Marlena. He's like, huh?
Marlene's
Yes.
here. My lady. I love it. I love it.
I give him such a goofy face he adopted when he was an old man. He didn't have such a goofy face when he was younger.
Yes, he wasn't so. He wasn't so. Yeah, he kind of looked like Popeye.
Bye. Oh, all right, Split. Just gotta drink
Oh
and
gosh, Drake,
eat
we
your
miss
spinach.
you on there so
Oh,
much.
so much. Oh man, God, I'm never gonna forget the attaboy look though. That's for sure.
Yep.
So that's it. That's our covering of Orpheus. We'll have more to say about it next week if there is more Orpheus next week, because we don't have a launching point for him. We just know that it's kind of a big deal that he showed up.
kind of a big deal.
That he showed up at the end of the
Yes.
thing. Like it's a signal to. You know how people are like, really, Constantine? Oh, it's me, Constantine. I'm the one that took out the big bad Victor, right? People are like,
Yeah.
come on, dude, really, this guy? This guy took out the
Right?
great Victor Kyriakis? And so I instead of being like here's this random new person that I give him my first dollar for him to open up his Titan empire. Instead of doing that,
Yes.
instead of doing that, they're doing like, okay, who do we got that's like foundation shattering? Who is worth the end of John Black?
And they had to pull a Faison out of their hat, I think.
Yeah, but like, yeah, totally. I don't even have a big connection to that Faison guy, except for Wheezy Faison.
Yep.
Anyway, so that's what's going on. We'll have more to say about it next week as we're better informed by the show of what it is that's happening. So that's exciting. And since it's such a big tie to something that was well loved before, I'm hoping that they'll be able to make it well loved again.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing all the Estonia thing, and I haven't seen I've seen a lot of psychiatrist Marlena and a lot of In Love with John Marlena in that year and a half I've been watching, but I haven't seen the badass Marlena, and badass Marlena is in Estonia, and I'm right there for it.
Yeah, she is, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
You can already kind of feel it ticking up, can't you?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Wearing her armor. Won't be long before she's in a trench coat.
Yep. I don't think she's gonna cower to this guy that's in her hotel room. This Orpheus.
No, I think
She might kick him in his Orpheus. She just might.
the Orpheus orbs are going to be smacked. One by one, Miss Marlena Evans.
Yes. Maybe
So.
she will just. She cracks me up with her ability to just like hypnotize you on a dime. She's gonna just grab him by his head, and go to sleep now. Boop.
Just like scanners.
Go to sleep now. Bark like a dog.
Oh, Orpheus. I've already left. Here's a tarot card. Here's the tower. I am the pawn. I am ready. What is the mission? What is the mission? All right, folks. All right. Class dismissed. Get out.
Silly and fun.
Get out. Class dismissed. We started late. We're ending on time. Folks, thanks for talking with us about Days of Our Lives this week. I know you had a great time because we had a great time. And when we have fun, you're guaranteed to have fun. And if you don't, then there's something wrong with you. Just so you know. Just so you're the problem. Okay. Class dismissed. Gather your belongings. Don't leave anything behind because we got another class coming through. They're going to be talking about like the Vampire Diaries or something. And just it's not our thing. So that's it. Come hang out with us again in about 40 minutes right back here on this channel to talk about General Hospital. Coming back live at 11 a.m. Talk about the happenings of GHWSB. All right. Heart attacks. Did you feel sunny? YouTube, please.
Yep, we'll be doing that at 11.
So
Come
on
join
and
us.
so forth. So join us for that. Like the channel if you had a good time, or subscribe to the channel if you had a good time. Like the video because that's your responsibility as a viewer.
Every week, that's your
Just like it.
responsibility.
Just like it. That's all you got to do. Is a little thumbs up, click. Boom. That's all you got to do. Subscribe to the channel because we're fun and you like us and you want us to, achieve milestones and become world famous. So podcast is. And that's it. Join us back at 11 and then at 1:30 we'll talk about Beyond the Gates. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And we'll see you in just in a little bit. Bye.
Bye, guys.